Hey guys, my name is Sediak and welcome back to another episode of Iron Roads, where we are building our very own transportation company. Guys, last episode went really well. It took me a while to kind of get going, but at the end of it, if you watched all the way to the end of the last episode, I finally figured out how to play the game. Absolutely crazy, right? It only took me 2 episodes to figure it out. But welcome back to a third episode, guys, where hopefully we're going to be completing this level today. We should do. There should be nothing stopping me and getting in my way. If you are enjoying the series, please smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new, so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Guys, don't rely on the recommended tab. Subscribe to be notified for them next few episodes. Now, we've done all the goals. I've completed everything right now. There's nothing left for me to do in terms of contracts. My only remaining goal right now is to earn our second star, which is to turn all town statuses to green. Now, you turn a town status to green by simply doing everything that it needs it to kind of get done, if that makes sense. But more importantly, we need to make sure that the trains are running on time. That is the main goal, the main thing that makes a town status turn green. And we managed to do that. What I'd done is I took away the routes that do multi-stops and kind of lent towards more dedicated routes. Also added in electric high-speed rail, since we're now producing our own power and our own train parts. Amazing. Which has now turned a lot of these towns green because our on-time arrival percentage is super high. There's just 2 more towns which we are left to get done. It's the Power Workers Rest, which will be number 10, and the Power Station, which will be number 11. We currently transport enough passengers per hour. We're just going to get through all of this. So if we have a little fast forward then, are these numbers just coming down in general? Do we need to up the arrival numbers of these to make it more on time? I think yes is the answer. Now, while we do this, there's some other towns that are kind of dropping in and out of me having the green status and stuff like that. But we need to make it a little bit more efficient. So how can we make these areas here more efficient? Well, we do have a multi-stop here going back and forth, which I think we are going to remove to Mercy Shore. So if I quickly pause, right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 2 train lines. So this is the Mersey Shore, Neptunia, Workers Rest, Neptunia. We're going to sell that route, so it's gone. And then the other one, actually, that's the only one, isn't it? That is the only one. So we're going to split that route into one route, if that makes sense. So I don't need, theoretically, the second platform station running down to here. Don't need all of this. I'll keep that though, because that's going to be utilized going the opposite way. Don't need you. Get rid of all of this. We're going to refund all of this construction right now. Get it all back in the bank. Like I said, we do not need it. And we're going to have one train going back and forth, right? That should be all I need to get done. So if I create new trains right now, add a new service from Mersey Shore down to Neptunia, which is here. Done. Buy a train, my fast electric one, maximum carriages, confirm. And press play. We should see that now happen. Where's that train? Where's that train? Is it because the train's got too many on? Yeah, the train might be too big. Remove a carriage, confirm. Go. Right, what's going on here? What's going on? Train management, what's wrong with you? Where is it? We have an issue, apparently. I have an issue. Mersey Shore to Neptunia. How is this not working? Oh, because I got the one-way system. Is that what it is? So if I clear orders, there we go. So theoretically, I could have had that train being bigger again, couldn't I? Right, edit carriages, add a carriage, confirm. Right, we all good with that train? We are. That's then done. And then by that logic, I've got to clear the orders again here. So don't need you. The non-stop zones don't matter anymore. I just got to make sure it's not a one-way system. Another new service, and this will go from Neptunia to the Power workers rest, which is here. Done. Buy a train. Now, I don't know whether this one's going to need 2 trains. I'm not too sure, but we'll start with 1 and then just see what happens. See what happens. So this might allow us now to be more on time. So Mersey Shore, currently we're waiting too long, but we are picking up passengers right now. Give it time for the trains to circulate is the best way to pull it. And then we should be all good, he says. Worst case scenario, we might have to add an extra train or 2 on some of these lines. So you're getting more people going to the Mole Miners Rest, which I think Mersey Shore to this one here. We buy an additional train. I should have just duplicated it. It would have been a lot easier. Just to be able to kind of pick up more of those numbers. So that kind of covers all that great. And this right now, we're down to 6 and 5. So we've kind of gone backwards a little bit. But we just need to up the numbers a bit more in the arrivals. So on-time arrivals, that's now good. That's green. We're back to 7 right now. So where's gone downhill? Is it all over here? It all seems to be over here. We've gone slightly downhill. It's just these 4 right now. So do I create a back and forth route to maximize and have multiple trains arriving at once? This was okay previously. I don't know what now has currently happened. But if I bring that down and then in, I could get a secondary train. So providing that we do bam, bam, and then do our no stopping orders here and here. And then there and there. We could theoretically get a secondary train on the Stone Quarry line, which is this one. If I copy it, that's now going to have 2 going back and forth. So that will just kind of completely up the numbers of arrivals and then get through that backlog with a lot more ease. So without further ado, that should make me more. That's now gone green. I'm just waiting for this one to go green. Will you go green? What's stopping this one from going green? I mean, we're on time arrivals. The target is 70. There we go. That's now gone green. So do the same thing with this. That's all I've got to do. So if I came out there, ran you up to there. So at that point here, we've got to build a bridge. And then run it directly into there, which is completely fine. I've built another bridge for no particular reason whatsoever. Do the no stopping stuff. And do it just here as well. There we go. And then obviously make sure we got the one-way system set up as well. And there 2 now are all good. So that is the train route here. We're going to copy a train there. And then with 2 trains going back and forth here on these routes, that should then sort those out. So the on-time arrivals is 0% there, which is not looking good. So hopefully we can kind of up those numbers. That one is... well, it's the average wait time we've got to reduce. But that's how simple as it is. But if that's 2, there's then 1 more that's now gone red. Oh, it's down here. So do you reckon between these 2 right now we need to add it in? These are the mole ones. I will add an additional train here, but I'm not sure how adding the additional train in such a short distance will kind of affect us. Pause, because I've got to also, just realizing it, got to do the whole system there. So that'll be going back and forth right now. Give them a little bit of time. And I only need 2 more. It's 2 more. So they're now done. It's like I get 1 sorted and another one pops up. 1 more. I just got to get you sorted now. All I need is 1 more, boys. It's 13%. 50%. Come on. We are close. Bam, done. Wait, hold on. There's another. Oh, there we go. We've done it. We've finally done it, boys. We've finally done it. 2 stars. This is truly a prestigious achievement. You have been noted as one of the UCA's rising stars. I'm truly proud of you, Mr. Gideon F. Pigeon. United Creations Assembly Special Envoy. Bam. Nailed it, mate. Nailed it. So to earn my 3rd star, I didn't realize there was going to be a 3rd star, to be honest with you, is transporting that amount of passengers often. So to do that, I feel like it would be just simply increasing the amount of trains on the lines. But more importantly, right, this is the other side of it now, is creating additional lines. So if I take a look first at these lines in general, because there's only so many passengers I can transport, right? There's only so many passengers I can transport. So if I take a look at lines that got multiple trains on and I copy them, multiple trains, copy. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea, copying multiple trains on the smaller lines. Copy there. Right, that single-handedly creates a bit more movement. Okay, more trains coming in. Providing we got on these kind of stopping thing all set up, I reckon we can add another one on this line. We'll go towards adding more trains before we create more lines. Okay, that's what we will do first. So this is the power to the mining section. So power to mining section, which is this one. Copy there. So we're at 241 is where we're currently at. 241. Sort you out as well. So power to power. Power to power. Sort you out. Copy a train there. 272. That's not looking too bad, is it? That really isn't. So these going back here will be a little bit more difficult because it's a single line, but the trains are getting very busy here. So yeah, we're gonna double up on this one now. So this is going to be a little bit, I won't say difficult to do, but a little bit trickier. A little bit more trickier. Let me just get rid of you going down there. You're here. So that goes in and out there, in and out there. Don't need to do any crisscrosses. And that's already pretty much set up. So if I just tell them that this is this way, that's that way, that's sorted. And then trains, this one, copy. We'll have a back and forth going on right now. That will then alleviate a lot more pressures. Very good, very good, very good. That moves more people. And then we got to do the same one on this one then. And then all I'll do then is create new ones. Like if I created a route from Trembley to Stone Miners Rest, that becomes a new set of passengers transporting. And that's how you then up the numbers even more. But I'm trying to maximize what I've currently got before I do anything else. Now these guys here, there's a lot wanting to go to the... Ooh. What is that? The Power Workers Rest, which is there. So let me just double now up this line. So we're bringing this out, bringing this down. Oh, no, I didn't mean to match it there. Get rid of you. And then run this up and over. Up. Across. Ooh, that's a bit of a tight squeeze now, isn't it? Okay, we'll cut it in there. Which means the no stop orders would go to there. If I sell it out where that's that way, then it's already destined to do what it needs to do. So for the power then, which is one, we'll copy. I'll add 2 more trains on that line. And that again should do what I need it to do. Apart from here though, I think the no stop orders or the no stop zone is not particularly great there. That then does it. So we're now into 324 an hour. So it's just keeping on top of it. It's also allowing the towns to grow bigger. Also increases the amount of passengers we can move about. Nice. This is nice. This is real nice right now. Now, if I was to build a new line, for example, and if I was to choose here, that does become the yellow station. Now, the reason I say that is because you can't build on there. I can build here. And I'm wondering if I built to there, come down and then in, having a train going back and forth here. So another new line. And it will be from Tremblay to Neptunia, done, by train, maximize it, and that's now going back and forth there. And that then takes some pressures off this station. And then should then technically transfer me more passengers. But the arrival numbers there have kind of dipped a little bit, haven't they? I don't know whether I need to then add more trains to it. But I've also got to be careful about my power. Because if I'm losing power, then that's not good. I need more of the workers coming from up here, right? I've got a train going back and forth. So how do I get more people over here? I can... Oh, I've cancelled it. Information. I can expand the town by spending some monies. So I've spent a lot of cash right there to extend and expand that town to hopefully provide me more workers, right, for the power station. That's where we're getting at to produce more power. So if I start losing power, these trains slow down. That's the next issue. That is the next issue. So you've got to be careful of that and just spend your money wisely. Right, we're at 330. 340 we're now at, which is good to see. So just casually growing these towns is what allows us to carry more passengers. Right, that's worked out really well. That's worked out really now. This is isolated down here from all the other areas, which I feel like it's probably a good idea to isolate it from all the other areas. But train assemblers rest to miners rest. I don't know whether they would want to go to any other places. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But 360 an hour, which is good. We're keeping all 11 stations up and running. So it might be a case of looking at extending some of the lines that are not fully maxed out. Maybe like Mercy Shore right now. If I extended it by 2 times. So it shows us the minutes in which it's going to grow, but I can kind of speed up that process. A couple of extensions right there. We're at 360. Those numbers should increase. But where are they coming from? They're coming from all the way down here. Maybe this is the town we kind of expand. Now, it does show us the arrivals. But I don't know whether it kind of says where it also goes. I think all towns can go everywhere, if I'm not mistaken. 340, where have we dropped down right now over here? So I think we might need, between here to the power station, a fourth train. Right, I've added a 4th train on, hoping that will kind of alleviate. Have I added a 4th train on? I don't think I've added a 4th train on. What have I just added a train to? No, I didn't. I've added a 4th train to maybe something else. Right, I'm going to add 4 trains to that line now, going back and forth. Because it is somewhat completely overloaded. I do have station tokens to kind of get more trains coming in and out. But that is... Do you know what? We're going to do it here. We are going to do it because there's a lot of workers now coming out of this one. There is a lot of workers. So if I add in a additional station and pause for a second. So that allows them to crisscross over. The no order section here. And there. That allows them to unload and load 2 trains at once. Are they not using both sides? Is that my waypoint stopping them doing that? Let's find out how this is going to work. So that's working. That's enabling both loads and loads, right? On both sides. Yes. We don't have a double train system here. So they can only do so much on this side. That's now gone back to green. 412 we're up to then for a second. 412. Now, there's not that... Oh, there is... I mean, there's a lot of fuel to be created, but there's a lot of passengers need to be dropped off. So... Oh, that's not even an extension of the station. I've just realised. Oh, damn it. Right. Stop a second. Delete you. Wait for that train to go out. We're going to extend it over by one more. So, we're going to build a station here, station here, station here. 3 of them, okay? And we're going to try and utilize all 3. For each one of these. I don't know how this is going to work out. Whether it's a good idea or not to keep it completely separate. So, bam, 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 bam. So, crissy-cross, bam, 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 bam. Right, that all works on the old crissy-crosses there. So the same thing will need to happen here. So, bam, bam, bam. Right, that's not worked out. That has now worked out. That works there as well. So the crisscross is there. This needs to work really well. So no stopping orders. So first and foremost, running all the way through. Up to there. To there. So theoretically, they should be able to share all 3 stations between them all. Maybe not. So clear orders to there. To there. Why can't we utilize all the stations? For what reason can we not utilize all the stations? Right, if we can't do that then, what I'm going to do is just set it up the way I was going to originally set it up. Refund all of this. Hang on, that's all using it, isn't it? Not utilize. Don't utilize that last one for that one side. All right, train's gone out there, so I can then destroy you. Right, all of this is what I want to destroy. Ouch. Didn't mean to do that. No. Senek, you fool. What have you done? Right, there we go there. So then we're back to normal then. We are back to normal. So they can at least utilize both sides. Oh, they don't want to. So why don't they want to here? Do you know what? Forget this. Forget this, because again, I don't need it to be like this. I don't need to be like this. Oh, right, stop commenting, guys. Right, kill you off. Right, delete, 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 delete. I could just literally run it, for example, here. So if I went there, there's no need for it to be separate or anything like that. There is no need for it. And then the no GUI areas. And they should then utilize both sides. Which they're still not doing it. Right, there we go. Is it because I got to go right to the crisscross? Is that what it is? Right, now they're utilizing both sides. Right, confirm that then. And now just give it time to kind of catch up. So, what cities are not feeling it? These. And they've got more people wanting to go to there, which is... No, they want to be taken away, don't they? Do they want to be taken away? Where are you wanting to go? You are those people. For mole mines. Down here. Right, I think we might need to create a double station for these guys as well. See, it's all about just trying to make it as efficient as you possibly can. So we're just going to create double stations. And then that goes into there. That goes into there. So then if we refund construction of all of that. Right, pause, because we have no order set up here. It should be able to utilize multiple stations. Which that one train is struggling to do. I think because of the no stop areas. And I think we're just going to clear you. Is that right? I think we're all good there. So that will keep it freely flowing. An issue will arise at some point anyway. It always does. It always does. So we probably need here now an additional station there. So they can load and unload on multiple stops. And then be able to add in more trains, right? Oh, no, that's what the issue is. Ah, right, unstick. Right. There we go. But why won't they use the other one? Is it because they've already gone past that little section? Is that what I then do? And then why will it not go into this one when it's completely free to do so? That's what I just never understand in this. Is their ability to use multiple platforms. I don't get why they won't. Is it the way in which it's being built? If I did it here instead. And then did my no stopping areas here. I feel like we should put them right on the edge here. And then delete these ones. Unstick. Confirm. Oh, can you not? Can you legit not do that when I'm trying to do something? And then clear zone, well, clear. So yeah, why won't it utilize both? is what I'm trying to say. Because it will utilize both on that side, right? Or is it just me? I'm really confused to why all of a sudden it won't utilize both sides. I don't quite get that now. I don't quite get that. But we're getting through the backlog. We've got another issue now down here with this. Oh, what have I done? I haven't even put these far enough over. Right, that's completely my fault right there. So now we're going back and forth. So we've got to now catch up with ourselves with moving the backlog. This could do with an additional one. Now, some stations it utilizes both sides, and then some stations it doesn't. So now we're catching ourselves back up. These are now back to being green, so that's okay. $4.49 an hour. So we're getting somewhere. We've got to get through this backlog. And I reckon it's this station I now need to sort out. So in you go. Chrissy Crossy there. No stopping zones here. And that's going straight to... it's this one, isn't it? So copy, 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 copy. I've added a bunch of trains on that route now. To hopefully alleviate the pressures. And turn it green. So the wait is still long. Where are these guys now going? They're going to over there. I honestly don't get why they can't use the multiple stops. Unless I just created a loop. That's the other side. I just kind of constantly create loops and loops and loops. But that never really kind of... I mean, it can solve it to a certain extent. It can solve it. I could just create a loop. Should we try a loop? Let's try it, because down here is a big issue. So I'm going to try a loop for a change. We'll try a loop for a change. So that line then, let me just delete the line first, going back and from one another, which is there to there, which is this line here. So let me just sell this line. Okay, we're going to get rid of all the construction. I wish there was a quicker way to do this, but that's all good. And we are going to build a train station here. And a train station there, which is close to an active town, as they are wanting. So completely different to what I've been doing right now. I'm building a loop. I'm building a loop, boys. So we need to tell them which way to go. Okay. We then need to create a new station, which is our more mole miners to mole mines. Done by train. Confirm. Copy, copy. I've got 3 on that as what I had before. And now we're just going round and round in circles. So round and round in circles can work. And I feel like it might be the better option down here. It might be the better option down here. Now, none of my towns are green. All of a sudden, right, it's getting a little bit OTT. But we're going to try and transport the amount of passengers I need to transport right now. Research. Is there anything I can research? What about tunnels? Don't need tunnels. The other train, while that is quick, we have the highest capacity trains already. Right. I don't want to have to go ahead and have to create additional routes. But none of my now I'm transporting the passengers. Right, we have too many people everywhere. Right? We have too many people everywhere. This is now ridiculous. This is now getting slightly out of hand. So I'm going to duplicate a train here, going back and forth between these two places. Which is one too many train, I've just realised. It was one too many train. Where's that now gone? Sell a train. Confirm. Did I just sell the route? I don't know what I've just done. No, we're back to normal here. Right, we're back to normal there. The double station system worked to a certain extent, but not always. Not always. We could create a train loop around here. Now I've got a completely different issue altogether, which is very interesting. I love I want to go back and forth there. I could add a second train here. So if I was to go bam, 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 and say that's that way, that's that way. Between those two places, which is this one. Well, first edit to add a... No. Keep it as it is. Copy. Oh, I will learn one day, guys. I will learn one day. Unstick that train. Confirm. And now we're going back and forth. So that speeds up the amount of people that can be now picked up. And that number should hopefully dwindle down. So we're not going to focus on this. We're focusing on our current number of transportation people on time. That's the big one, is getting them on time. So going back and forth here should be fine. It's just picking up the amount of people who want to go to Tremblay. So I don't know if I've actually kind of caused an issue myself with setting up this line. I don't particularly know. And we sort out this. I mean, it's alleviated pressures, don't get me wrong. And then blue to yellow is what I'm looking at next. This one. Copy. And, oh, just unstick you. That was just bad timing, that was. That will now move more passengers around. With a nice little back and forth. And we're back to having 5. Okay, so over here, this is just, I mean, adding more trains won't do anything. The loop has worked out really well for us. The loop has worked out really well. Now, if I copy a train down here to add a 4th one on, again, it doesn't solve the issues. But it does give us a 4th train, so there's always a train arriving at a station. And that ultimately does play a big effect. So the stone one, I'm going to add a 4th train. Again, we could quite easily create a loop around here and be done with it. We quite easily could do this. But having trains arrive more often could be the way to go forward. With me doing minor work. Minor changes, minor additions. But then again, I think a loop might be the way to go forward here. Because there's just so many passengers wanting to go places. It's getting a little bit out of hand. It really is. Right, we'll come back to that one. That looks all okay up there. That not so much, but we understand that at the minute. That loop has worked out really well. So why don't we create a loop here then? So if I killed off those two train lines, so get rid of you and get rid of you, confirm, and then we then go to the building and we then need to kind of take back everything. All right, let me just get rid of it all first before we redo it all. Now, I've just realized, can I place the this wherever I want? So if I put you, you're going to purchase the town's land first. So if I built you there, if I built you there, if I built you there, now this does make it a longer train line for some trains. Will that work there? Will it work here? No, I don't want to put it there. Will it work there? Okay, it works there. I'm trying to move it away a little bit from this. This, I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. I can have more trains on the route. Nah, this is not going to work because they need to go back and forth there. They need to go back and forth there. So, I'm going to do a double loop system. Where one loop doesn't crisscross another loop. But that's how it's going to work. So if I had you there again. So you need to go over to here. So if I put you in there. And you need to come down to here. So if I had this go this way. So we're creating loops instead. That goes this way, and it's going to go up and over. I'm going to get them to run parallel. Hang on, I'm still in bridge mode. I don't want to be in bridge mode still. There we go. Bam. Bam. Right, so you have the double loop system now on the go. Right, which should work. It looks like a propeller. It should now work out. So if I get this, so you're going that way, you're going that way, you're going that way, you're going that way. So that tells you what it needs to do. If I now create a new route, so from train assembly to train assembler's rest done. By train, choose you, add maximum carriages, confirm, duplicate, 4 on that line. And then another new line, which is stone miner's rest to stone quarry. So stone miner's rest to stone quarry, done. By train, choose you, maximize, confirm, 4. And then back into play mode. Give that time to now do what it's got to do. And with the additions of the extra trains and stuff, and the constant loop going around, should give them the green light on the towns. Theoretically, anyway. Theoretically, that's what we're saying. And you just got to give it time for these to go green. Because the on-time arrivals is slowly increasing. It needs to be 70%. It was 12, then 27, then 56. So that's increasing. So loops can be our friend here. They're now all green. Loops are our friend. So if loops are our friend, right, we then change all of this. Okay. So this is the big one going back and forth here, which I'm not happy with. We're going to delete you. All right, delete you a second. We need the station in, but we don't need it as long as it just was. That should be okay, because it's now got to come out, come down, and then back down again. Right, this is just not going to work. Unstick. And what I need is to get rid of the crisscrossies. Get rid, get rid, get rid. Right. These, don't judge this loop, okay? Don't judge this loop. So that train there needs to be unstuck. And then we should be then going up that way. Clear orders first. You've got to go the opposite way, if you can do so. Right, stop turning around. I see why it's turning around. I'm going to unstick, pause. I can't get rid of that. Right, that's now gone to connect you up. Right, don't judge that for a minute, nor judge that. I know it slows them down, but don't judge it just for a second. Okay? I just want to... I'm going to redo it. I'll redo it. But I just want to see real quickly. Right, it's loading people up to take them away. But I'm not a fan of that bend. Right, I do get it. I do get it. Right. Up to there. I mean, theoretically, I need it to... I need to just get rid of this bit here. It's never going to be perfect, this, because the way that I'm kind of doing it. But then again, it doesn't need... It could theoretically just run in a straighter line to be quicker. So it could just come down to here. Or we bring it this way to bring that down and then in. There we go. So I can get rid of all of this. And of course, hang on, I've got to do the... let's go that way. So back into play mode. That now sorts all of that out. To where I could also get more trains on it. So there's always one arriving as one leaves. But at the moment, it already looks like it's kind of doing that. So that's gone green. I've only got one place that's now not green, which is this. And I've already set that up as a loop. So I don't think it's that side of it, unless I'm just waiting for this to go green itself. It's on 56, 52. It's actually gone down. So maybe look at creating this as a loop. 49. Okay, it is going downhill slightly. So if I got rid, or if I made that go out that way, bam, bam. If I was able to kill this off, and then we're forced to go around the long way. So there was always one arriving. Does it change it by much? Does it need an additional train or two? 54. I think we might need an additional train on this line. 52. So that's the only one now stopping me. This doesn't have a loop system. So if I killed that off and built a... I mean, I've got to go right into it, don't I? So that would go there. That would come out, run up, and then I'm going to run that diagonally. And then kill this off. So it should allow me then to place another train on it. If I clear the orders, right, and then that power to the mole, so power to the mole, which is this one, duplicated more trains than I would do, just for the sake of trying to get it done quicker. Okay? Trying to get more trains arrive regularly. That's now 58, so it's increased. It's increased. Oh, another town's gone downhill. 67, that's increased. Right. There we go, that's now done. So what towns... Is it you? It's these two here, isn't it? 9. It all depends, doesn't it? Right. Just when I thought we were about to get somewhere, I'm going to add another train onto that. Get some more arrivals. And I mean, it could be down to this as well. It could be this has to now read... I mean, apparently that's 0%. How is that 0% on time? They're always here. Is it because I deleted the station, I've added in a new station, it now has to kind of recalculate everything? But that... Why is that on 0? And where's the other one that's red? Is it just these two? So, yeah, we're just trying to get through the backlog. I think it's more the delivery now of this, isn't it? So the wait time is super high still. That's flashing green. It keeps flashing green, but I can't get anything over here. So on-time arrivals... Like, what more can I do here? It's at 0... Why is this at 0% when it's like... It's running so smooth, this. On daily arrivals on time. They're on time. Like, what do you want? Well, I feel like they're on time anyway. Right, okay. So if they're not on time, what are they? I mean, it does still say that they've been waiting too long here. Do I need to create this as a loop? Let's wait for a train to leave here. And what I'll do here now is we'll get rid of you, implement you. So that creates another loop system, so a train's always coming in. And hopefully that kind of sticks to it. So that is more miners to here, which I'm just going to add a bunch of trains to it additionally. And if I just clear the orders there. So there's always a train coming in and always picking up. And that gets through a ridiculous backlog. And then would the same thing apply here if I just over populate the trains? I've over now populated the trains, so if they're constantly leaving, you can't do anything to a station, can you? You can't like increase the station in that sense. So there's a lot more trains now going around. It's not enough to even increase that. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? Waiting gap, modus origin, here. Destination, mole mines. How can I get more? This might be a bit wild. Okay, this might be a bit wild. Well, what if I made... the train track longer? Hear me out on this one. longer train track could result in them being picked up a bit more. And, or, what if I gave them an alternative station? That's getting for the backlog more, but the opposite issue is I can't unload them quick enough. Now that does a little bit better at picking them up right now and getting them delivered over here. Oh, am I? Okay, right, that's gone to 20%. 49. Right, we've had to rejig it. I think train loops are the way to go forward. I honestly think train loops right now. Every time I play this game right now, I learn something new and learn that maybe I should be doing this instead. So, where's red? So, if they're waiting here too long, now I've discovered, right? Okay, that's not going to work out. Add a secondary platform. Add a secondary platform on the loop. And that gets people moving a whole lot more. I'm hoping that's going to work. That does. And then same down here. It's like I'm just about to kind of accomplish what I'm trying to do. And then another curveball comes in and kills me off. But I've learnt loops today. I've honestly learnt loops today, and I am absolutely in awe of them. So it should be connected like that. No. Don't go back out that way. Right. That's now moving more people. Or at least I thought it was. And we're now down to like 4. What has happened here? Like, seriously. We were doing so well. Right, we were doing so well. And then something's... I mean, this is not doing well at all. And then something's come in and then killed us all off. Loops are our friends, obviously. We've now discovered this. We have since discovered this. I can't... take over there, but I'm going to have to like rejig it all again. Guys, we were doing so well. We were doing so well. I still feel like we are doing well. It's just now we have to kind of like reconsider what we're doing, what these loops are doing. Are we okay down here though? No, but I have since discovered about implementing secondary stations, which seem to have really worked over here to a certain degree. We've got a lot of people here waiting, but that's more the trains coming back the opposite way, I think. Yeah, right. This has slightly gone downhill, hasn't it? This is not the episode I was expecting. I was expecting to be able to complete it, but I think I now know what I'm doing. I said that last episode as well, didn't I? I think I might know what I'm doing, guys. We need more loops. That's what it all comes down to. We need to look at setting up some looped systems. Right. Next episode, we shall complete it. Until next time, I see you all soon. So goodbye.